Good morning, Busy Bees. It's Tuesday, November 25th. Here's your morning news rundown in under 5 minutes. So, Ukraine has agreed to a peace deal. Ukrainian negotiators have agreed to the framework of a new peace deal. This marks a significant change since this war started back in 2022. Early details indicate the agreement includes demilitarized zones, international monitoring, and long-term security guarantees. We are unsure if Ukraine remains eligible to join NATO or if there's still restrictions on their military size. I'm sure that this is going to cost Ukraine land and territory. Um, Russia wants back into the world game. They want to be able to, trade and sell and be back into the global market, shelling their oil out. I don't know what the answer is for Ukraine. I've never ran a country, but ceding territory seems like a non-starter, seems to be rewarding the invaders, as well as lifting all these embargoes against Russia. It seems like rewarding their efforts of war. What does Ukraine get is what I would like to know. The IRS sues Governor Jim Justice over unpaid back taxes. That's right. If he's not paying taxes, why should we? It's to the tune of $5 million. Yeah. If you're not familiar with him, he's a West Virginia representative. I'm not familiar with him until this story came out. The suit involves Justice's family businesses, which federal officials say owe substantial unpaid liabilities tied to past operations. Justice has faced multiple financial and legal disputes in recent years, including penalties, unpaid fines, and creditor lawsuits. Just do what Trump does. Just bankrupt the company, open another one. Isn't that the MO of the rich? I'm going to claim bankruptcy here, but I have all my money over there. That's the purpose of all these shell LLCs, isn't it? Anyway, the Pentagon intensifies pressure on Senator Mark Kelly. He's under investigation, and possibly military court-martial. Like, this is getting ridiculous. All for telling the military not to follow illegal rules. Himself and his colleagues urged the military just to don't follow illegal orders. You don't have to. It's something that military personnel learn in my research, so this is not a shocker. No one should follow illegal orders. I'm just saying, isn't that a thing? Because if I do something illegal, then I'm just as guilty as you are, and I don't want to go to jail. This is very bad and escalating. I mean, Donald Trump is pushing seditious charges against Mark Kelly and the like. And not only that, he's saying it should be punishable by death, which is funny because he's still alive and, he did this sedition thing himself. And then yesterday, the news was all ablaze because a judge rules that the U.S. attorney, Lindsey Halligan's appointment was illegal, and so the James Comey and Letitia James cases were tossed yesterday. Not to mention that the whole indictment and the grand jury is called into question because she kind of swapped documents and removed something, and you signed this, and there's a missing hour of grand jury testimony, and yeah, it's all a sham and a scam, and it's par for the course of what we have here in this regime. And don't forget that cryptocurrency is crashing, and Trump and his cryptocurrency and Elon Musk and his cryptocurrency are bleeding millions left and right. The cryptocurrency meltdown intensified overnight, wiping out hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even billions. And just remember that none of this is FDIC-insured, so you won't even have your little 100,000. You have zero. That's your morning news rundown. Please stay smart, stay safe, stay informed, like, share, and follow if you can.